Gender and sexuality justice. Why gender and sexuality justice? Some say that focusing on gender and sexuality justice is a losing strategy for socialists. This slide is supposed to make you feel feelings. What we have here is an article covering a very sex positive social event. Chapo was in the house. Will Menaker was there. That image is two young women making out. Are you feeling feelings yet? Look, this stuff is difficult to talk about, whether we're talking about biological sex, sexuality, sexual behavior. It makes people uncomfortable. Are you feeling feelings seeing our movement, Chapo, linked with, well, if you read the article, there's a lot in there about, I'm just saying, this stuff is going to be difficult to talk about. Some say we shouldn't talk about it. Some say we should focus on material gains for workers. That's a little bit about sex too, though, right? I mean, kind of a lot about sex. That there is a gender pay gap. It's worldwide too. They say we should focus on material conditions, not cultural issues. Well, I mean, what conditions are more material than those of life and death, and whether and under what circumstances you can have a child? They seem like material issues to me. Issues that have to do with sex and gender and sexual behavior. These are not issues that are just social issues. I mean, HIV was a world historic event. This graphic has it among the top 5 plagues of all time. I think we should reject arguments that these issues should be ignored. This is life and death stuff, and it does relate to sex, and it is going to be tough to talk about. But should we just not talk about it for fear of alienating the average worker? We can't choose to fight for this or that issue based on who is the majority. I mean, the majority of people in this country is white. That is not our criterion. We do not just fight for the majority. There are small minorities that we need to fight for, even if they are off-putting in some of their ways of expressing pride. The queer community has a certain tradition of expressing pride by doing things that some call revolting. That'll put people off. But our issues, the issues of gender and sexual minorities, and the issues of women and of persons assigned female at birth, our issues, and sex workers, our issues cannot wait until after the revolution. Our strategies need to be based on first principles and a clear articulation of our ultimate goals. Our goal in the end is that every member of society, as Engels said, is every member of society will be in a position to exercise and develop all their powers and faculties in complete freedom. Those who dismiss women's issues and queer issues, they're telling on themselves. Their conclusion is to reject solidarity, but there is only one struggle, and the various aspects are inseparable. It's the job of theory to explain this universal struggle in all its particular manifestations, both in and out of the workplace. In practice, our job is to bring about emancipation. when we make excuses for not being in solidarity with an oppressed minority in practice, we are confessing that we don't know how to explain how their particular struggle is linked to the universal struggle of all those who suffer under capitalism. If we come to the reactionary conclusion that the left should not fight for sexuality and gender justice, then we messed up somewhere. Our reasoning has taken a wrong turn. I'm not going to do much with gender justice in this slideshow. I got 2 other videos on that, and I'll put resources for Marxist feminism in the description for this video.
Closely on the heels of the newly formed women's choruses, gay men began to gather informally and sing. In the fall of 1978, a group of gay men banded together to form the San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus. Just a few weeks later, a tragic twist of fate brought them into the international spotlight.
On November 27th, San Francisco Mayor George Moscone and supervisor and gay rights activist Harvey Milk were assassinated.
In response to this horrific and heartbreaking crime, a candlelight vigil was organized on the steps of San Francisco City Hall, and the men of the young chorus gathered for their first impromptu and public performance. Thousands of people flocked to the vigil, and when CNN broadcast the banner San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus to the TV watching world, the LGBT choral movement took flight.
LGBT activist Holly Near penned "Singing for Our Lives" in her car on the way to the candlelight vigil. It was created in honor of Harvey Milk and was sung for the first time by the mourners gathered.